She's just having regret at having come up to the microphone at this point.
My question is mainly for Jensen, but both of you. Both of you can answer.
Okay, thanks for that.
I was wondering, do you have a favorite Bob Seger song? And Jensen, would you ever consider covering a Bob Seger song?
Right now.
I mean, yeah, right now. Yes, love Bob Seger. Favorite? Oof. Misha, you talk. I gotta.
I can't come up with the name of a single Bob Seger song.
I'm gonna go turn the page. Turn the page.
Turn the page?
Turn the page.
Me too. That was fantastic.
And Metallica covered it too, so you know. If they're covering that song, it's aces. Yeah.
Sing it!
Say no, I'm not gonna sing it.
Dance, monkey!
Yeah, dance, monkey! All right, fellas on the one. No, I'm just kidding.
Fired up.
Wow, this is kind of a rough crowd.
I know.
Do it!
Yeah.
Take it off!
Nobody said that, Misha. No one wants to see that.
Jensen and I, and speaking of taking it off, just in the green room, we were both like, "Look at this! What's going on here? We gotta get this. Like, we're doing sit-ups this summer. We're working this out, and we are. We're gonna get fit as fiddles, and then we're gonna do a poster together.
What?
You just watch. It's just for me,
Okay.
but I think it'd be nice.
Okay. To replace the one that you already have.
Yeah, it's
Right.
worn out.
Sticky pages.
It's a little tired. Ay, ay, ay. Thank you, I think. Hi.
Hi, my name is Carrie and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. This is my first convention, so I'm just so excited to be here and be able to ask you guys a question. So, yeah. So my question is, we all know Supernatural has such an amazing soundtrack, just so many great songs throughout the series. If you guys could create a soundtrack of your lives, what artists or songs or albums would be on that soundtrack?
Highway to Hell is a good one.
I mean, there's a lot. I have a love for all music. I mean, I went and saw a Zydeco band the other night. Some of you probably don't even know what that is. That is deep, deep Cajun music from like the swamp. And I was out there dancing with my youngest daughter, and we were, you know, teaching her how to two-step and stuff. And, but then I'll also go to a Slipknot concert. And then I'll go, not all the time, but I can appreciate like going and hearing like classical music too. I mean, I think music is, I would never want to box myself into one kind of a genre, but I will say there is a song that I listen to quite often, and it is a song that for some reason, and I don't know why, but it's like, so I have baby at home, and when I get into the car, take her for a spin around the neighborhood or wherever, I had them, don't lose your minds, but I did because the stereo never worked. And it was on purpose. They disconnected it and then just let it rot because Jared and I would use to turn it on and blare it, and then they couldn't get us back to the scene. They also disconnected the horn. They disconnected, remember the spotlights that were on the side, like season 1? Had to take those out because we never got a scene completed without those flashing into the camera. So we were children, basically, and they had to child-proof the car for us. And so when I was fortunate enough to get the car at the end of the series, she was effectively just a prop and didn't run very well. There's a lot of problems with the engine. There was lots of problems with a lot of the running systems within the automobile. So I sent it to a place that does that kind of work, and I said, make her safe enough for me to drive my kids around. And so they revamped the engine, and they tuned it all up, and they put in new brakes, and they put in a whole bunch of stuff. And there were two things that I added. One of those things was air conditioning, because Texas, and the other one was a way to play music. So they didn't change the dash. The radio is still there, and it still doesn't work. But what they did was they put something in the glove box that's just a Bluetooth. So now my phone can connect, and every time I get in the car, and it's not like it's the last song I play. I don't know how, it's like almost it knows, but it's Metallica, Wherever I May Roam. And I've just always thought that song was so appropriate, not only for the Winchesters, but it feels very appropriate for me personally, because we work all over the place, and it's Wherever I May Roam is home. So that's certainly a song that would be on my soundtrack of life.
How's that for an answer, huh? Beat that, sucker. I can't. What, Call Me Maybe? Is that where we're going? Anything by Taylor Swift? I had my family in, I'm not going to top your question, I'm just going to pick up the sloppy seconds from your answer. When I started working on Supernatural, we were trying to figure out with the family, like maybe they could stay in LA and I could go back and forth, and then we had conventions, and the kids were kind of traveling around with me most of the time, and some of the time not. And one day, West, my oldest, said, "Where's home?" And so I made him this little flag that said home on it. It was like different pieces of fabric sewn together. And we just brought that everywhere we went. And wherever that flag went was home. And it's actually true, you can kind of bring that with you if you have to. And that actually can feel kind of nice. Like being on the road can feel like home if you let it. But we had to do that for the kids, because otherwise they were just at sea.
Yeah, we've moved quite a bit, Daniil and I, and I've always said, wherever you are, that'll be home. Because I'll have to go off and I'll have to do things, but wherever I come back to is going to be you and the kids. So wherever you guys are, that's home to me. And I think I actually told my kids that at one point. I was like, listen, wherever mom is, that's home.
Mommy, to ask you guys a question. She's sitting right there.
Well, that's
And
awesome.
she said 100 million times that she loves you, Jensen. Sorry, Misha, nothing against you.
No. Offense taken.
You are amazing. I got a comment and a question. Well, comment for Misha, question for Jensen. Misha, you were amazing in that final scene as Cass. You broke my heart in a good way. I loved it. Thank you for that. Now, my question for Jensen is, you went on the Inside of You podcast, and I loved your episode. You said that when you found out about Dean dying, which we didn't like, or some of us did, some of us didn't, you said it yourself, that you reached out to Crypty to kind of like get yourself into you had a hard time letting go of Dean. If you can and if you want, what did Crypty tell you? Because to be honest, to this day still, I'm having a hard time letting go of Dean. So that's how amazing you played that character and how amazing Misha played that character that to this day, I'm still having hard feelings of letting them go. So thank you guys so much for that. If you'd like to answer that question, that'd be awesome.
Sure. Well, Alex, right?